Welcome. You have entered the Chogall zone. Chogall is the best character in the game. He is bigger and stronger than Mike Tyson and more unexpected than John Cena. He's even better than the game he's played in. But what makes him so badass? Let's take a closer look. If your Chogall looks like that, it's the wrong Chogall. Professional Chogall players look like that. It is important. First, he has 2 heads. That means he's twice as smart compared to a regular player. To be professional Chogall, you also need a 3rd head, but we will get to that later. Next is his shoulder spikes. As we all know, in World of Warcraft, the better your shoulders are, the stronger you are. So you can see that Chogall is very strong. Look out for these chains. Chogall is so powerful that he chains himself, so he does not break the game. Check out the masks. With these on, your opponents might not recognize Chogall, and you'll get the element of surprise. There are also those glowing things. I don't know what these are, but they look cool. Now that we know more about Chogall, it's time to learn how to play him. With this guide, you'll be pro in no time. Some MOBA players say they are good just because they can play multiple characters at a time. Chogall stands above because you require multiple players to control such complex character. First, you need a driver. The driver must have a driving license. He must not be drinking, so he's not stopped by the evil Chogall police. Second, you need your carry player. As we all know, a good carry should not be bothered with doing anything except the most relevant thing, damage. That's why Chogall carry is the best carry in the game. Lastly, you need your 3rd head. Any heal slot player will be happy to serve the great Chogall. With this composition, you fill the roles of tank, healer, and damage dealer, making the rest of your team irrelevant. While Chogall is great and mighty, there is evil Chogall police. They are jealous of Chogall power and want him back in jail. So how do you deal with them? Done. Simple, right? To play Chogall effectively, you need to learn what he can do. Chogall driver can throw innocent bowling balls, while carry makes them explode with dynamite. If you want to play bowling from distance to troll your enemies, you should take bowling talents that increase throw range, power and make ball return. Second, Chogall carry control his enemies so they burn. It also invigorates you and restores your strength. If your enemies hit hard with their hands or evil magic, you can take these talents to protect your carry better. Chogall driver can also fly like a Superman while fisting his enemies. Big fist talents are pretty cool because they let you run away or chase enemies better. If enemy team has some passive homosexuals, you take this ultimate to kick their asses. If your enemies are avid Hearthstone players, you take a big hammer and fight for your chastity. In the end, Chogall driver can become like this, or maybe even this. Your carry's Q fires a ray of spooky darkness that spooks your enemies. It also has some talents that either scare enemies harder or burn calories from fat tubes. W throws a spooky jumping ball of darkness that makes your enemies dead. R makes you explode infidels to win the Grand Holy Crusade. Those talents are the most professional ones at the moment, believe me. Your 3rd head can give you King's Crown. That means you are important, which you are. With King's Crown, as long as you're professional, you will not die. The only thing she needs is to not feed, and oh my god, she picked that ultimate. Here might is a new lord, new lord, new lord, new lord, new lord, new lord. Now that we have mastered Chogall skills, let's learn how to win games with him. To play Chogall professionally, you need to understand that you are the boss. You are big, powerful, and important. That's why other players are going to serve you, not the other way around. Do not forget to remind your subordinates who is the most smart and professional player here. First, you need to identify the middle lane. This game might have some strange maps, that seemingly have no middle lane. This is wrong, because middle lane is where Chogall is. Once you are at the middle lane, you should play bowling with enemy buildings. Chogall does it so well that his enemies are jealous and want to kill him. But white Chogall is rare endangered species, so him dying is bad for world ecology. Heroes of the Storm has some minigames and big dudes. This big dude even calls himself a boss. However, he's small and insignificant compared to the great Chogall. Watch this. The laser sword dude interrupted our glorious duel, but this so-called boss realized that he's just a minion compared to Chogall, and went with your minions. He is your subordinate now. The easiest way to win the game is to kill all enemies. To kill all enemies, Chogall driver gets his carry inside his enemies. Then carry will press R button twice. Get dunked. Well then, now we've covered all the theory. It is time to put our newly acquired skills into practice. Congratulations. If you've watched all this till the end, you now know enough to become a professional Chogall player. Now you only need to practice and believe that you play the best character in the game. If your little brother ever asks you whether Chogall is good character or not, show him this guide so he understands. If you're feeling any more professional now, you can also subscribe to this channel to see if I make any more videos. Thanks for watching.